My best friend stole my identity to buy her dream wedding. Now she wants me to be her maid of honor. I found out my best friend of 15 years stole my identity when the debt collectors started calling. At first I thought it was a mistake minus until they mentioned a $28,000 loan for a destination wedding in Santorini. There must be some confusion, I told the collection agent. I've never been to Greece and I am definitely not married. The agent paused. The application has your social security number, birth date, and even your mother's maiden name. The funds were dispersed 6 months ago. My stomach dropped. 6 months ago, my roommate and best friend Megan had suddenly announced her engagement to her boyfriend of 8 months. 2 weeks later, they'd had a lavish destination wedding that none of us could understand how they afforded. She'd vaguely mentioned family help when anyone asked. The same Megan who had access to my apartment, my laptop, and who had helped me organize my tax documents last year. I requested copies of everything and felt physically sick seeing my information on loan documents I'd never signed. The loan officer confirmed the funds had been wired directly to a Greek wedding venue and various vendors. Instead of going to the police immediately, I confronted Megan. I needed to hear her admit it. It was just going to be temporary, she sobbed when I showed her the documents. James's parents refused to help with the wedding, and mine couldn't afford it. I was going to pay it back before you ever found out. With what money? I asked. Megan worked part-time at a boutique and her husband was between jobs. James has some opportunities coming up, she said, not meeting my eyes. And I didn't think you'd mind that much. You have perfect credit and never use it for anything exciting. I stared at her speechless. 15 years of friendship and she saw my good credit score as something to exploit rather than respect. I filed a police report that night. Megan was arrested 3 days later. Her family called me heartless. Her husband claimed I was jealous of their happiness. Mutual friends suggested I should have worked something out rather than destroying her life over money. Yesterday, Megan called from her parents' house where she's living while awaiting trial. The wedding photos had just arrived. I know things are complicated between us right now, she said as if we'd had a minor disagreement, but you've always been my best friend. I still want you to be in the photos album as my maid of honor. The photographer can add you digitally, I laughed. Mine actually laughed months before responding. You want to Photoshop me into pictures from a wedding that I paid for without my knowledge or consent? It would mean so much to me, she said. And maybe if we start rebuilding our friendship, I could convince you to drop the charges. I hung up and blocked her number. Then I sent all the evidence to the prosecutor handling her case. Some people think friendship means loyalty at any cost. I think it means not committing felony identity theft against someone you claim to love.